بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الدرس الثالث lesson 3 الحروف المقطعة. So these are letters, they're put together but they're not words, and this comes at the beginning of many surahs. And although this is the third lesson, we are taking it as the last lesson because this has some rules which we learned in the last lessons of this book. So here first, the thing to notice is that whenever there's like a mad sign, that means you need to make it 6 harakat long. And the reason for that is because these letters, when you write them down, there is a long vowel in them and then it's followed by a sukoon. So the rule is that when a long vowel is followed either by sukoon or shadda, it is to be made 6 harakat long. So this one is pronounced as alif, the first one, alif. Then after we have lam. Now lam, when we write it, the way we write it is like this: lam, alif and mim. And this mim basically is a sukoon. So there's a long vowel followed by sukoon, so we need to make it 6 harakat long. So we're going to say lam, right? That's 6 harakat, is like about 3 seconds, like that. Lam. Now this is mim, and mim is mim, ya and mim. Again, there is a long vowel followed by sukoon. So mim. Now lam and mim, there are 2 memes together. So when they come together, there's a ghunna that is given because 2 memes are coming together. You're joining them. So lam mim. So both of them are 6 harakat. Lam 6 harakat, mim 6 harakat. And before that we have alif. So the way to read this together is alif lam mim. Now need to be careful here. Alif normally, lam 6 harakat. Then before you recite mim, there has to be a ghunna. Lam mim. So make sure that you give that ghunna for the mim. Then we go to the next one. It is the same thing, but Saad is added. So let's just focus on the Saad first and then we can join them, as we have already covered the alif lam mim part in the previous one. So Saad, when you write Saad, is Saad, alif and dal. This is the way to write it, and dal sukoon. So it's a long vowel followed by sukoon. So one thing to notice here is that yes, we're going to give 6 harakat, but at the same time dal is the ending of Saad, and dal is a letter of qalqala, so which means we need to bounce them. So we're gonna the way to recite it is Saad. See the dal at the end, de, like that. So the full thing will be alif lam mim sad. And the next one we have alif, and at the end there's ra. And ra it does not have a long vowel followed by sukoon, so it's pronounced normally ra. The only thing we have is lam, and that is, as we've seen before, 6 harakat. So we recite this as alif lam ra. That's it. And the next one is similar to what we learned before. So it's lam, mim, and then ra. So alif lam mim ra. So focus on the meme over here. We need to give ghunna over there, as 2 memes are coming together. In the next line here we have kaf, and then ha, ya, ain and sad. These are letters that we have here. Now when you write kaf, the way kaf is written is kaf, alif and fa sukoon. So there's a long vowel followed by a letter with sukoon, so that is 6 harakat. So we'll say kaf. So that's first, and that's why they're given this mad over here, mad sign. Now this ha and ya are normal. There's nothing you don't need to make them any 6 harakat long because there's no long vowel followed by sukoon. So this 2 you're gonna say ha ya. That's why they not put any mad sign over here. So just ha ya. Then we have ain. Ain basically is ya and noon. So here also we make it 6 harakat long. So that is gonna be ain. Then Saad. Saad we already seen before. That is also 6 harakat. Saad. Now one thing to notice here is that Ain and Saad, there's noon here, Ain, noon sukoon followed by Saad. So we learned the noon sukoon rules before. So all of that comes into play over here. That's why we're taking this lesson at the end, because there are a couple of rules which we had not learned when we came to lesson 3 in this book. So without these rules, we will not be able to recite this properly. So noon sukoon followed by sad. We say that noon sukoon followed by sad. Sad is not a throat letter, not a letter from yarmulun, not a ba. So we're gonna hide the noon here and give ghunna. So the way to recite ayn and sad is ayn sad. So ayn 6 harakat long. Then the noon and the sad you give ghunna by hiding the noon, and sad 6 harakat with qalqala at the end. So now we're going to recite the full word over here, or the full ayah. So this is Kaf ha ya ayn sad. And the next word here, this is ta and ha together. There's nothing to make it long or anything like 6 harakat, so we just say ta-ha. So this is ta-ha, ta-ha. This is surah called Taha, and this is the first ayah. Ta-ha. That's it. Next we have ta, same as before. Then here we have seen. Now seen is, it is not come before, so seen is written seen, ya and noon. So that's long vowel followed by noon sukoon. So that we're going to say 6 harakat, seen. And the next meme we have seen before a couple of times here. So that is meme. So here noon sukoon followed by meme. A meme is from yarmulun. We have to join the noon and the meme with ghunna. So that's going to be seen, meme. So we'll recite all of it together. Ta, seen 6 harakat, meme 6 harakat with ghunna in between. So ta, seen, meme. Next we have, this is ta and seen together. So similar to this one here. So we're going to recite is ta, seen. Next likewise we have yasin. So that is yasin. Then here this is sad, and we've seen sad before, so we just, the same rule applies here. Sad, qalqala on the dal. Here we have ha and meme. Ha, there's no, you don't need to make it 6 harakat, so that's normal ha. And meme we've seen before, 6 harakat. So ha, meme. Next one we have ha, meme first. Then we have ayn, seen, and qaf. And we've seen ayn before, like this one, kaf ha ya ayn, and it's followed by seen. So this ayn has a noon sukoon followed by seen. So that is, seen is not from yarmulun or not throat letter. So we hide the noon and give ghunna. And we have qaf. So the way to recite this together, first we can write ha meme. You can read that ha meme ayn sin qaf. As you notice, ayn ends with a noon sukoon, then it's followed by seen. So there's ghunna there. Hide the noon and give ghunna. Seen also it ends with noon sukoon followed by qaf. So hide the noon and give ghunna there. Then the next one is qaf. So this is pronounced as, or recited as qaf. And the next is noon. So that is noon, wow and noon. Again, 6 harakat. Noon. And with that, we have finished this book. Walillahi alhamd. Subhanakallah bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant. Astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.